Hey, you alright? Good, yourself?
Very good. Does it feel a little bit strange for you? Obviously, being here in front of the media, not having a fight, UFC London, obviously that's one that you're normally on. How are you feeling this week and sitting here in front of us?
Yeah, I feel like my full social awkwardness, anxiety is coming out because I haven't got the adrenaline of a fight, so I'll probably be a bit weirder than usual.
Were you not disappointed in a way, but how did you feel? Obviously, you were on the last London card. There was so much hype around that. It was such a monumental event, and then not to be on this card. How did that make you feel?
Yeah, I was definitely gutted. Like when they announced they were coming back so soon, I was like, as soon as they announced it, I was like, I'm not going to be ready for that. Like I'm not going to be able to get on that card. But I've always, my whole career, just sort of trying to look at brighter things, bigger things, and the last card was really good, so I'll just keep that one in mind.
Yeah, of course, and you had, a fantastic win against Dan Hooker. Talk about the feelings following that fight and that victory for you.
A lot of pain, more than anything. Just my hands throbbing for weeks, and it really hurt. So, but yeah, no, it felt good. It felt really good to beat some of a big name like that, and in that fashion as well. And I was told to take the back entrance today, and I went in the front entrance and went to Five Guys, and I literally stood there for about an hour taking the pictures. I don't think that would happen before the fight, so that's a positive.
Does that make you feel good? How did that give you extra confidence, knowing that you're doing the right things and, you're slowly making your way up through the division? Yeah,
definitely. I always if someone comes to ask for a picture, I always do it, but there was a long queue, and I was surprised it just kept going. I was like, okay, next one, yeah, keep going. But it's good to see I'm going in the right direction, and I'm like a cult star,
Nice. And I think you mentioned Calvin Kattar after your last fight. Is there a name floating about that perhaps you think you have your eyes on next?
Yeah. Well, they put me number 6, I think. I was joint 5 of Calvin for a week. I don't know what joint 5 means, but he was definitely the higher 5. But yeah, so anyone in that top 5. I mean, I'm 9-0 in the UFC. I don't even know my record total. It's pretty good, I think. But I feel like I deserve, or if anyone deserves to fight upwards, is probably me. 9-0 in the UFC. I just finished Dan Hooker. Give me someone in that top 5, any of them.
Definitely, and last one from me. When you look at the top of the division, Volkanovski, he come off a big win just recently, but he broke his hand, so he may be out for a little bit. Where do you think things are going to fall into place in terms of the top there at the division?
It's interesting because he had the Yair fight with Ortega. I don't know what they do with that. There's talks of an interim title fight, Yair and Emmett possibly, and then. I mean, if Volkanovski does decide to go up, then where does that leave everyone for how long? I feel like a win over one of those people up there, it does put me in the talks, maybe a shot at the interim title, I don't know. But yeah, something like that.
Do you see Yair and Josh Emmett going down for an interim title? Do you see that happening? And if so, how do you see that going down?
I guess so. I mean, Dana said he likes the idea, so I don't see why not. How do I see it going? I think Yair is too fast, too long, too good with his range for him. Yeah, I think Yair would win that. What's up, buddy?
Hey, so talking about that featherweight division and what could happen, 9-fight win streak is nothing to scoff at. When you think about what the schedule could be, where you're at currently right now physically, if they were to announce something going on, do you feel like you're someone who would stay ready, to be a backup for an interim title or anything like that, depending on if they book Yair versus Josh?
Oh, what, to be a backup for them?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if I'm, that depends when they want to do it. If it's next week, probably not, because I still got butter hands, but maybe a few more weeks will be good.
I know he's looking probably for a bit of a break after that fight in recent weeks, but is Max Holloway someone who could also interest you at this time?
Yeah, like I say, anyone in that top 5, they're all good. They're all dangerous. They're all scary guys, so I want to fight all of them, or any of them, to get to that title.
To shift gears a little bit, for fans and people who will never experience it, what is it like to go out there under those London lights here at the O2 and feel that crowd just go wild when you get out there?
Yeah, it's special. It's special. You know, like the last card they did here, I feel like the crowd was probably part of the reason it was such a crazy event with, I think it was 9 finishes, 9 bonuses. Was that right? Yeah, so there was 9 bonuses given out. And I think the fans played a big part in that. You know, it was crazy top to bottom. So everyone came out and put their best performances in.
Thank you.
Nice.
Where it's key to here. Let me ask you, Volkanovski might be going up in weight. Do you have a prediction of how he would do against someone in the top of lightweight?
For a title fight or?
Anyone, do you think he could compete with Oliveira, or is there someone in the top 3 that you would like to see him face?
Yeah, for the Oliveira fight, I think he matches up pretty good. Like, he's a real good tactician, and you know, Oliveira, I love his fight style. It's so fun to watch. But if you're someone that's so good with a strategy and a game plan like Volkanovski, someone like Oliveira is someone you could plan for, you know, not easily, but like quite comfortably. You know what he's going to do. He's going to stand up tall. He's going to walk you down. If you fall into his guard, he's probably going to try and submit you. You know what he's going to do. So I think he fares quite well against Oliveira. Say if Makhachev wins the fight, I don't think he fares too good in that fight. So, yeah.
Different styles, right? And are you excited to attend the after party tonight with no pain in your hands?
His pain's always there. I wish it wasn't, but it is.
You've been training at Team Renegade, right?
Yeah.
So you've been there obviously with Leon Edwards getting ready to fight for the title. Can you talk a little bit about, you know, what you've seen from him in his preparation and how you think he's going to do against Kamaru Usman?
Yeah, I've been training at Renegade. I just see Jai Herbert got the win out there as well, so happy to see him bounce back and get the win. And guy's a great talent, so hopefully he can keep showing it. But so like I said, obviously everyone knows about my funny hands. I've been sort of easing back into sparring now. I'm wearing like a little funny splint thing in my wrist so I don't injure myself again. But I was sparring up there, like, I've been just play sparring, like real light, trying to ease back in. And he's like, oh, do you want to do a round? I'm like, oh, not really. And he's like, oh, no, we got really light. I'm like, okay. Next few, he's like, kicks coming in, punches coming in. I'm like, his light is definitely different to my light. From that experience, I think he looks really sharp. He's looking really good. I think he's in a good place, and I'm confident he's going to get the job done.
How do you see it playing out?
I think he's got the tools to finish. You know, he's a sharp striker. He's slick. Both of them have evolved since the last fight, but I think people are going to be surprised how much Leon's come on. You know, how much his game has stepped up. Even in the wrestling department, you know, he's not just a striker. He's slick everywhere. So I think he's going to do great.
You might be healthy and your hands back to normal?
Yeah, I get a lot of flack for fighting once a year, so any time before December 31st is good.
Yeah,
it will be this year. So you know, I was eyeing up the September card in Paris, but I think at this point that's going to be a bit too soon. Unfortunately, definitely too soon. October, that could work.
Yeah.
I think that should work because I had a few cortisone shots. I had 2 in one hand, 1 in the other one, and it was like feeling good for a couple of weeks. And I was like, right, yeah, September looks good. And then binked them both on someone's head and a few months setback. So yeah.
Well, the Abu Dhabi card is looking pretty stacked in October. Do you think that's something you might want to do? Get on a pay-per-view rather than a fight night or something?
Yeah, it could be cool. I mean, the one thing I really want is to start getting trying to get a 5-rounder because my aspirations are title fights, and it'd be pretty shit to go into a title fight and never fight in a 5-rounder. But yeah, I don't know. If there's a 3-rounder going in, that's all there is for the end of the year, then that is what it is.
You've said before as well that you've felt like a kind of high risk, low reward fight for other fighters in your division, but you're starting to get called out now by people like Movsar Evloev, who's obviously behind you, and you're on a 9-fight win streak. You should be fighting people in front of you, but do you feel an element of either like pressure, or have you made any decision to do more stuff like this, like when you're not fighting, still try and stay in the media, try and stay kind of, I hate using that word, but relevant, or whatever that people say nowadays for this kind of stuff? Do you feel a bit of a pressure to do stuff like that and do stuff like this?
Yeah, I'm never going to be that guy that's like talking crap and, you know, doing all that fun stuff. So that's why I started doing all my YouTube stuff. It's just I thought, you know what, I've got to do something to stay, like you say, relevant. I've got to do something while I'm out, or if I ain't fighting, I'm not going to be sat at home tweeting people, calling people dickheads and saying like, you come fight me or whatever. And then I'm sitting here injured and I can't fight anyone anyway. So I'll just eat like hot wings on YouTube or something between fights.
Which is actually more entertaining anyway. So
yeah, cheers.
Well, cheers, man. I hope the rehab goes well with the hand.
Cheers, mate.
You said you're training at Renegade at the moment. How important is it to get out your comfort zone and go and train with different gyms? And I know you want to have a small amount of people around you trust, but how important is it to get out there, out your comfort zone, and spar and train with different people?
Yeah. Like there's this weird thing in like the MMA thing at the minute, and you have to be loyal, obviously, to your team, like your day one guys and whatnot. But then there comes a point where your own loyalty will like hinder you, you know. And if your team's loyal to you, they'll want you to seek out what's better for you, you know. So like traveling somewhere like that and training with all those guys, like you mentioned, like Leon Edwards, obviously Jai Herbert fought tonight. They've got a load of other killers on the mat there. Going out, I'm not used to training with those guys. I'm not used to their bodies and all that thing. And it's somewhere where I don't call home, so it means everything to go there and work with those guys. And you build your connections. You sort of, you know, your team grows. You know, it's it's essential for me.
And what I like about your career is, obviously you would have had, if they offered you a title shot 5 fights ago, you probably would have taken it, you know, but you've sort of done exactly similar to what Leon's done. You've had quite a lot of fights in the UFC now before getting the title shot. Do you think that's a good thing in a way, like you're having this build-up before just getting chucked right into that title contendership?
Yeah, I think it's been, like, I like fighting. I train hard all year. Like, even if I'm injured, like if I've got one hand available, I'm hitting pads with one hand, I'm sparring with one hand. You know, if I can't do anything, I'm watching tape. So I'm always doing something training. People seem to have this idea that I like fighting once a year. Like, I train my ass off all year regardless. But I'm kind of getting sidetracked now with this. Where am I going with that?
No, I was saying that you didn't jump straight to the big main event. You built your way through the fights. You know, make sure you get.
So when I signed with the UFC, I was 21, and I probably wasn't ready for that like step up. And I signed with a bit of an injury anyway, hand injury, and then you know, I had to take time to get better. So every fight I got much better. Every time I fought, I got better. Like, but obviously there's guys that fight once a year. Then in the off season they're just sort of out getting fat and partying and whatnot. Yeah, so I'm trying to improve every fight. So every time you see me, I'm a better guy from the last time, not just the same fighter over and over.
Well, it was pretty special last time, so if it's going to be better than that next time, we'll look forward to it.
Yeah, that was crap. Cheers, mate. Yeah.
Get your thoughts on Khamzat and Nate.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm going with like the general consensus. I don't like it, but Diaz is he's a bad man. You know, like he's gonna bring the fight. He's gonna try and win. Anyone who has watched him fight knows what he's about. He's probably not going to check any leg kicks. He's probably not going to defend any takedowns. He's probably not going to block any punches. But he's going to keep coming forward and he's going to fight. You know, if he gets finished, he gets finished. But you've got to respect it, and like a lot of respect for him. Not too many people want to fight Khamzat at the minute.
Thanks, guys.
See you later, guys.